Good morning, everybody. So this video is going to be an update of how I feel after my first chemotherapy session, and it's almost been 2 weeks now. As you can see, I still have my hair, but today it just started coming out in these little clumps. So my hair is not going to be here for too much longer. So this is relatively something new and developed this morning. I woke up with a really sore scalp and I started to massage it, and then I was like, this is, I've never had my scalp feel this way before. So your girl's about to be losing her hair sooner rather than later. But that's okay. I'm good with that. As you can see, I feel completely fine. I've felt good for the last almost a whole week. I would say 6 days. So really it was the first 7 days after chemo that was difficult. I had a fever, I was nauseous, I had just crazy fatigue, really tired, and I was depressed for 2 days. And it doesn't sound like much, but those 2 days were really, really hard. It's just weird. It's like an out-of-body experience is really what it is. But luckily that only lasted 2 days, which is great. One other symptom that kind of got worse with time but has cleared up already is my mouth felt really sore. So it felt like I burned my mouth really bad and it was trying to heal itself. So it was just really raw all up in my gums, roof of my mouth, and my throat. That's gonna happen every single time. It's not the worst thing, and they make, magic mouthwash for that. So I will definitely be getting some of that. That way I can better deal with that symptom. The number one symptom that I believe was the most difficult to deal with was the bone pain. And when I say that, I mean my legs and my hips and my lower back. All of my bones ached for a good 4 or 5 days. And that was the most painful part of this whole process. There was 2 things against me to make my bones hurt. One of them is the chemo treatment, and the other one is this medicine that helps create white blood cells within your bones. So that's why my bones were so achy. And I mean, when I stood up, if I took one step wrong or just a little bit too heavy on one side, it would just jolt right up my leg into my lower back. That was not fun. However, it did get better with time. I had 1 chemotherapy session so far, and I've got 3 more to go. So my next session isn't until next Friday. So the way that my cycle works is I have chemo on Friday, and then I get 2 Fridays off, and then I have my chemo on that next Friday. So it's like a 3-week cycle. Everybody has something a little bit different depending on what kind of cancer you have. There's so many variables that go into everything when you're fighting cancer. So even though I am having a harder time with bone pain, perhaps somebody else might not. Maybe they are going to be dealing with nausea a lot longer than I did. The only thing that was really horrible was the depression and the bone pain for the most part. Everything else, it really felt like I was just sick. I had a really bad flu or something along those lines. Like my body knew it was supposed to be fighting off things. But my labs came back great for what, you know, my body's been through, and what they expected, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So I am perfectly fine, and I'm not going to say I'm ready for the next one, but I feel more confident in going through it again because I've already done it one time. I'm just going to keep my head up, and so I'm just going to keep my head up and keep doing me. I'll be doing a lot more garden stuff. I physically feel better after my mastectomy, so that is a really good thing. I think that's what made this last chemo session really hard on me, is because I was still healing from pulling this muscle right here. And, you know, this section in pain is really hard to deal with just in general. So I do think this next session will be a little bit easier on me for a few different reasons. I'm gonna know what to expect. My body is not in physical pain like it was before, and I feel confident in knowing that will be my halfway point, because after this next session, I'll only have 2 more sessions left. So thank you for hanging out with me this morning and letting me tell you my story. If you are about to go through this, or know somebody who has gone through it or is about to go through it, just be generous and patient with them. There's a lot of emotions and a lot of different reactions that people will have and feel throughout the process, and everybody deserves a little grace. But anywho, to leave on a beautiful note, it's gorgeous outside. I finally ordered a little inflatable pool, so that will be arriving soon, and me and the kids are going to be enjoying ourselves during the super hot days this week and next week. So yeah, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch y'all later.